Let me start this. Hold on.
Okay. So just tell me your name.
I'm Melinda Drashel.
And you got your placenta encapsulated, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And I want to first talk about a little bit about your first pregnancy. Had you heard about postpartum depression? Did you expect it to come up?
I didn't expect it at all.
Okay.
I obviously had heard about it, but I had no idea. And I was standing in the shower. I'll never forget actually it was a tub, standing in the tub that my husband had like poured for me because we were going to a party. And I was bawling because I like could not get in the tub. I had to get in the shower and not the tub. And I'm like, well, he's like, why don't you drain the tub? And I'm like, I can't. I'm going to waste water if I drain the tub. And like I just had like this breakdown about like taking a bath versus taking a shower. Like that's not, it's not normal. So that's the first sign, like something is really wrong with you.
Yeah.
So
with that first pregnancy, how did you handle that?
I went to my therapist and just like I go to a therapist and went and she's like, you have postpartum depression. I'm like, what? And I like lost it. It was really hard for me because my family has dealt with depression, my dad and my brothers and some of my sisters. And so I was determined that I wasn't going to be that girl, you know. So it really rocked my world. And then I went on medication. That's what I did.
And so did the medication help?
Eventually, yeah, but yeah, it did help.
It did help.
It did.
Good. And so with your second and third pregnancies, did the depression get worse, stay the same, and how did you handle that as well?
My second baby, I got on medication before the baby came. So like 4 months prior, I got on medication. And then when she came, I was having really odd symptoms. I was having really itchy hands and a really itchy mouth and really itchy bottoms of my feet. And I was like, ugh, I'm done with this. So I called my doctor and I said, I've got to switch this up. And so they gave me something else and I was suicidal and almost jumped off a bridge twice. And it was really terrible. So, yeah, Joseph had to like be on constant phone calls and text messaging all throughout the day. I had my family doing the same thing. And honestly, my baby is the one who saved me because I thought, well, if I kill myself, then who's going to nurse the baby? So, you know, about every 3 hours, I'd go crazy and then I'd say, well, in an hour, she's going to be hungry. No one's going to find me for, you know, so I got to, anyway, I don't even like to talk about it. It makes me sick to my stomach. But, so obviously that medication was not the right kind. And then I started doing a little bit of research actually, about different types of medications. I was watching some documentaries on Netflix about Prozac, which was what I was on at the time, and how Prozac has actually increased the amounts of suicides. And I got really scared again because at that point I had kind of leveled out, so I wasn't as suicidal. But that documentary really scared me. So I went off that medication. You know, I weaned off, so it was healthy weaning. And then I was right back at it, super depressed and just anxious and just dealt with it. That's what I did. So.
And with your third?
With my third, it was, I had a terrible breakdown. I actually had to stay with my parents at their house for it was about a week. We were in the process of moving across the country, and so I just had Soleil, and so we stopped off at my parents' house before moving here, and I just stayed there for a week and just had my little breakdown, and Joseph came with all the other kids, and it was really terrible. So I just kind of have dealt with it, I guess. And again, the medications kind of, you know, some,
help
yeah, it
somewhat,
worked,
but
but sometimes it made it worse. And so I would be scared to go on it and playing with the dosage and all that kind of stuff. Like I just didn't have time for that. It was too much.
Yeah. And you weren't getting the results, obviously.
No, I was not. And I was exercising, like I was doing all of that kind of stuff. And the exercise helped a ton, but it doesn't help when you can't get out of bed.
Right,
exactly. And then even if you make yourself exercise, it's just worse. So.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And so you get pregnant with your fourth baby. And what ended up happening? How did you hear about placenta encapsulation?
I was talking with a friend of mine who also has postpartum after her babies. And my therapist also, and she's like, you know, you may not get postpartum with this baby. Like who knows? And I thought, well, honey, you don't even know. Thank you, therapist, but I think I know I'm going to have it. Anyway, and she, my friend was like, I do this placenta thing. I'm like, oh, I don't do it. Well, I don't want to hear it. I don't know. Like, that's just weird. And I'm just, no. She's like, no, really, it really, really helped me. So I thought, and then I knew you did it. And so I'm like, well, I know Rachel will know all the answers. So of course, that's when I decided, okay, I'm going to do this. And I just got over it and just like, okay, I'm going to try this and do it. And it was the best, literally the best decision I've ever made in my life besides my husband getting married.
Yeah.
Like, I am, yeah.
And
Best
so,
ever.
and so after you, how did you get over the weirdness of it? I'm interested.
I was so desperate
Okay.
that I didn't care.
Okay. You're willing to try.
I was to my point. I did not care. I was willing to try whatever.
Yeah.
So I did what you told me. I took my pills and I thought, oh, just close my eyes and do it. And I didn't tell anybody. I was embarrassed. I'm like, I'm hiding this little box and like no one's going to know because they're going to think I'm a weirdie, you know? And
so when you got the pills though, did you know you were taking your placenta?
Well,
just by the packaging, you knew you were taking it, but
yeah, I mean, but it's not like red or, you know, it doesn't smell funny or,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it just looks like a little, you know, of a multivitamin. It's
Yeah.
no big deal.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'd like you to go a little bit more specifically in what the results were that you found. So aside from how did it help your depression, in what ways did you notice that you were feeling better, not just happier, but in other ways as well? And then what other things did you find that it did for you as well?
Okay. Oh, that's such a loaded question. There's so many things. Well, number one, my milk production was fantastic. My baby is gigantic, and all those nutrients just right into that baby, and she's healthy and strong, and she's a great baby. She's not colicky. She's sleeps pretty well, and I mean, she's just a great baby. As far as like my healing process and stuff, I didn't need the medication from the doctors. Like I didn't need any of the drugs that they give you, really. I took them because I'm freaked out about pain, but I didn't. But like after day,
so you're just talking pain relief.
Yeah,
drugs.
pain relief. I'm like, I don't think I really need these. And then as far as the depression goes, I was so surprised at how fast they worked, because with you know, modern medicine, you take it and it's 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're gonna have to wait till 2 weeks at least to see the results. I'm like, oh, I don't want to. So with the placenta pills, I'm just like, okay, and I kind of even forget that I was taking them almost because I was so normal, and I felt okay. And you know, I think I coming home from the hospital since today, the baby's 2.5 months old. I think I've cried once, maybe twice.
Wow.
What? I was crying all day, multiple times a day, for whatever reason there was, you know? And it was very interesting. And so I got kind of panic mode because they were like running out, you know? There's like half a bottle left. I'm like, okay, I'm going to stop taking these because I got to save these.
Yeah.
Because these are my sanity. So of course, I'm a basket case. This was time 1 when I cried. And Joseph's like, ooh, are you taking your pills? Which is not a question he should ask me ever, but he did. Are you taking your pills? And I said, no, I'm not taking them because I'm scared. I got to save them for when I'm depressed. And he's just like, oh my gosh, would you just take your pills? So immediately I took them, started taking them again that morning. And it was like, okay, I can make it through the day. If I knew I was going to have a hard day, I would double like you told me. And not only could I endure it, but it was like no big deal. Oh,
Wow.
I got this.
Yeah.
I can do this. I can be a normal functioning person. I was laughing and joking around with people. I'm like, what is going on with me? You know, I had people in my neighborhood on my watch because I gave them a list. Here is the list of all the things that happen when I'm depressed. Here it is. This is what you do about it. Because it's my 4th baby. Like, I got this. You know, if I don't answer the phone, if I don't this, you know, if I don't text you back, if I don't have any makeup on and you come to my house and I'm naked, you know, like, you need to do something for me. And my friends are like, they would check on me and how are you? And check on me, bring me donuts, which I didn't mind. check on me. And like, I was totally fine, you know?
Yeah.
So it's a miracle is basically what it is. And I've been telling everybody about it.
Good.
Because I don't care if they think I'm weird. I don't care if they think it's weird. it saved my life and my babies and my kids, and it's been so great.
Awesome.
So
Perfect. I think that's good.
I want to